Welcome back to the Robert Stone Club. Today, we're going to war against the #1 account killer in trading. It's not a bad strategy, it's not the market itself, it's the enemy within.
Look at the question on your screen. Really think about it. The answer is the key to everything. Today, we're dissecting the single biggest reason traders fail. It's a psychological virus called tilt. And that 10%, the smart money, they don't just understand this virus, they actually weaponize it against you. So in this explainer, I'm going to show you exactly how they do it, and more importantly, how you turn the tables and inoculate yourself for good.
All right, let's get into it. You can't beat an enemy you don't understand. We have to define it with absolute precision. So what exactly is this thing that blows up more accounts than anything else combined? So the term tilt actually comes from old-school pinball machines, right? If you got frustrated and shook the machine too hard trying to cheat, the whole thing would flash tilt, and the flippers would just go dead. Game over. You lost control, you lost the game. It's the exact same thing in trading. It's that moment your brain's software just crashes, you completely abandon your plan, and you start mashing buttons out of pure rage or fear. The only difference is, the market doesn't stop. It just keeps on going, letting you liquidate your entire account.
Now this is important. You have to understand that tilt isn't just one thing. It's like a whole family of different viruses, and you need to know which one is infecting you. Are you the revenge trader, who doubles down after a big loss to get your money back? Are you the injustice trader, who gets stop hunted and feels like the whole market is out to get you? Or maybe you're the FOMO chaser, aping into every pump you see. Look at this table. Be honest with yourself, because you can't possibly cure a disease that you refuse to name.
Let me make something crystal clear. Going on tilt is not a moral failing. You're not weak. It's a biological event, something that's hardwired into our DNA. See, your brain isn't built for trading financial markets. It was built for surviving on the savannah.
The second you see a trade go hard against you, this little part of your brain called the amygdala, your threat detector, starts screaming danger. Now, it doesn't know the difference between a big red candle on a chart and a saber-toothed tiger charging at you. All it knows is threat. So it floods your system with cortisol and adrenaline, getting your body ready for a physical fight.
And here's the crucial part. During this amygdala hijack, blood literally drains from your prefrontal cortex. That's the logical, rational decision-making part of your brain. Your effective IQ absolutely plummets. You are physically, biologically incapable of rational thought. You're not a trader anymore. You're just a cornered animal.
And if that wasn't bad enough, get this. fMRI scans show that a financial loss activates the exact same neural pathways as a physical injury. That's right. When you take a big hit in the market, your brain is screaming that you've been physically wounded. And that explains that powerful, completely irrational urge to stop the pain by immediately jumping back in with a revenge trade.
Okay, now here's where it gets really dangerous. This biological flaw, it's not a secret. It's a feature of the market that smart money actively and brilliantly exploits. They don't just wait for you to go on tilt. They have playbooks designed to engineer it.
The great Richard Wyckoff, a true legend of market analysis. He came up with this concept of the composite man. Think of this as the embodiment of all the big institutional players, the market makers, the whales. The composite man is a single, powerful entity that operates with pure, cold logic. He has no emotion, and he knows your fears, he knows your greed, and he uses them against you every single day.
And this slide right here perfectly illustrates one of their favorite moves, the spring. So right before a major move up, the composite man will deliberately push the price below a key support level. This is a trap. It's designed to do two things. One, trigger all the stop losses from retail traders who are long, and two, trick other sellers into thinking the price is breaking down. This creates mass panic. And just as you're selling in absolute terror, who's on the other side of that trade? The composite man, quietly scooping up all your positions at a massive discount.
And then you've got the flip side, the upthrust. Here, they do the opposite. They aggressively push the price above a major resistance level. This is engineered to create maximum FOMO, fear of missing out. All the retail traders see the breakout and they start piling in, yelling, "To the moon!" This huge wave of buying is exactly what the composite man needs. It provides him the perfect exit liquidity to sell his massive positions to you, right at the very top.
So, how do you possibly survive in a game that's rigged against your own biology? Well, professionals understand this game. They don't try to eliminate emotion. That's impossible. Instead, they build systems to make emotion completely irrelevant.
This is the professional's secret weapon. It is a total paradigm shift. A good trade is not one that makes money. A good trade is one that perfectly follows your plan, period. And a bad trade is one that breaks your rules, even if you get lucky and it makes a profit. When you focus only on what you can control, your execution, you disconnect your ego from the outcome, and you starve tilt of its fuel.
The performance coach Jared Tendler developed this incredibly powerful tool. After you have a tilt episode, you don't just forget about it and move on. No, you perform a forensic analysis. You write down what triggered you. You explain your flawed logic in the heat of the moment. You identify the core mistake. You state what the correct logic should have been, and then you create a simple killer phrase to inject that logic the next time that trigger shows up. This turns a devastating loss into a priceless piece of data for your improvement.
Now, analysis after the fact is great, but you also need practical, in-the-moment tools. Let's equip you with the emergency brake you can pull the second you feel yourself starting to skid out of control.
These are your 3 lines of defense. First, you manage your biology. The physiological side, a double inhale through the nose, then a long exhale through the mouth, is the fastest known way to calm your fight or flight response. Do it. Second, you re-engage your logic. Reading a pre-written rule aloud forces your rational brain to come back online. And third, use technology to enforce your discipline. A hard stop loss and a software kill switch that locks you out. These are not signs of weakness. They are the tools of a professional who protects their capital from their own worst instincts.
And this slide right here, this is the ultimate takeaway. This is not just a graphic. I want you to literally print this out and tape it to your monitor. This is your fire extinguisher. The moment you feel that heat rising, that urge to revenge trade, you don't think, you just execute this protocol. Hands off the mouse, stand up, breathe, inject logic, and you absolutely respect your loss limit. This is non-negotiable.
Because ultimately, it all comes down to this one question. A gambler is driven by emotion. They chase wins. A risk manager executes a plan and focuses on preserving capital. The Composite Man, the entire market, is counting on you to be a gambler. Your entire trading career depends on you deciding, right now, to become a risk manager.
Stay disciplined and join our Telegram for real-time signals. Let's make moves.